When I was making my Western Conference predictions for this season, I thought the Warriors were one of the toughest teams to figure out. They were a 6 seed last year, beat the Kings in round 1, but then kind of got dominated by the Lakers in round 2. And I would love to ask you guys your opinion in the comments below. Who will be the second best player on the Warriors this season? Obviously, we know Steph is number 1. Do you think it's going to be Klay, CP3, Draymond Green, or Andrew Wiggins? Because I feel like it could be any one of these 4. In my opinion, overall, I don't know, because Draymond is so elite on the defensive side of the floor. Wiggins kind of gives you both two-way play, but Klay still had a good year last year, but I'm worried Klay could hit some regression this year. If I had to take a bet on it, I may even say Andrew Wiggins. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting rebuild today because the Warriors are getting up there in age, so I wonder if at any point are we going to have to break up this core. They did say that Chris Paul will start, so I think Draymond Green is going to come off the bench, and Andrew Wiggins might be the 4. We're going to test that out. I don't know if I'm going to keep that the whole season, and I would like to see what Jonathan Kuminga can do as well. I hope he can break out this season. We are 4-star perimeter centric, and I'm hopeful that Brandon Podziemski could have a good rookie year as well. Opening night against the Suns, KD versus Curry, and we end up beating them by 10. Chris Paul gives me 22 and 10 in his Warriors debut. Klay with 22, Curry with 35 and 5. I feel like at some point we will hit some major injury this season. We ended up losing by 16 to the Sacramento Kings. Curry had 29 in this L, so the Kings get some revenge after beating us last year, or we beat them. Ended up losing by 11 to the Rockets. Now that's a really bad loss. Yikes. 1-2 after the first week. We do end up beating the Pelicans. And just taking a look at this team's future draft picks, we do not have our first round pick this season. We do have it though, possibly in 25, 26, 27, and 28. I believe this pick might go to the Wizards from the Marcus Smart trade. Or no, were the Celtics able to keep this trade? Yeah, they have it. Top 3 protected. Look at that. Beat the Pelicans by 3, in which Klay had 27. He knocked down 11 free throws. But also just taking a look at the salary cap breakdown, like Steph's getting paid a bunch of money for the next 3 seasons. Klay, expired deal at the end of the year. It looks like the Warriors might not get a deal done with him before the season starts. I'm recording this on October 19th, so if it happens after that, yeah, I didn't know that he was going to get re-signed. Chris Paul's making 30 mil for the next 2 years. Wiggins has about 100 million left on his contract. Draymond just got that new contract as well. Kuminga's going to be a free agent in 2 years. Things could get challenging for this Warriors team in the future. All right, so here in the middle of January and through our first 40 games, we are 28 and 12. We're off to a great start this season. The Memphis Grizzlies are the only team better than us in the West, as we are now only 2 games behind them. We would be the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference as well. Just taking a look here at the player stats, Steph is averaging 26 points. Klay maybe being the second best player. I mean, he has elite efficiency and is averaging 21.7. Wiggins is at 15 points per game. Wow, he just can't hit a free throw anymore. 59% from the line. Jonathan Kuminga kind of breaking out this year. Draymond is giving me 8, 6, and 5 on unimaginably bad efficiency. Chris Paul has been fine, but I mean, he's averaging 8.5 assists in the starting 5, which is nice. Kevon Looney's giving me 11 rebounds a night as well. So you got Giannis and LeBron as all-star captains. LeBron, 20-time all-star. Who's drafting Steph Curry? It is going to be Team Giannis. He has only made his 10th all-star appearance. It seems kind of low. We don't get a Klay Thompson or anybody else on the Warriors making it. We are 18 games above 500 right now. So we're doing incredibly well in year 1, which is nice to see. I'd like to compete for a title every single year. And I'm not going to be trading Klay Thompson just because he's having an insanely good season for us. And we're going to do this swap with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to be giving them Moses Moody. They're going to be giving me Josh Green, who is a restricted free agent at the end of the year. They will get another chance. Actually 2 more years with Moses Moody. So the Mavericks can use him as a rotational piece down the line. And we just add Josh Green to this team. And that is a championship caliber move for sure. And Podziemski's having a very good rookie season, which is just great to see also. So we have now Javonte Green and Josh Green on the team. We just got to pick up JaMychal Green, and then we got the Jay Green trio. All right, so we're going to sign Klay Thompson to a 3-year deal worth around $27 million that will go up each year. So Klay Thompson is coming back on the Warriors. Yeah, this team is so far in the luxury tax right now. It's insane. So John Morant wins MVP this season. Wemby gets Rookie of the Year. I wonder who Sixth Man of the Year is going to be because it's not Chris Paul. It is going to be Jaden Hardy. I wonder if trading Josh Green helped that out a lot. Giannis gets D-Point, Most Improved B-Ball Paul, and Curry, Kia Clutch Player of the Year, the KCP, the Kentavious Caldwell Pope Award, and we get Coach of the Year. Let's go. We go 62 and 20. Are the Warriors back? Possibly. We get Steph on All-NBA second team, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 50, 40, 90 season from him. Just a typical Steph year. No Draymond on an all-defensive team, which is kind of a shame. And we get Brandon Bojemski on an all-rookie second team. He was very good for us this season. Definitely will be in the rotation next year. Might not have a spot, though, for the playoffs. In which we're going to be taking on the Portland Trailblazers in round 1. A team with no Damian Lillard anymore. They made it out of the play-in tournament, losing to the Lakers, but then beating the OKC Thunder, and that team beat the Kings as well. As Klay Thompson on his new extension now, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Well, got that new extension, doesn't kick in until next year. Andrew Wiggins with 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The efficiency was solid, but nothing crazy out of him. Kuminga, 14 points, 4.4 rebounds, 2 assists, 37 from 3. Chris Paul gave me 8.7 assists. Very nice. He'll probably come off the bench next year. That Draymond contract, man, that efficiency was not very good at all, but he's getting paid basically $25 million a year, which isn't great for us. And then we got Josh Green, Kevon Looney, who averaged over double-digit rebounds. So for the playoffs, I'm debating, I think I may move Chris Paul to the bench and then just have basically this be the starting 5. Curry get 40, Klay get 35, 33 to Wiggins, 25 to CP3, and we'll do 27 to Draymond, 30 to Kevon Looney just to get some height in there. System proficiency is 4.5 star perimeter centric. Let's go. All right, so this should be an easy series against Portland, but who knows what's going to happen. And yeah, I say that we lose game 1 by 7 points. There hasn't been really like a huge upset, I feel like, for me in 2K24 yet. This would definitely be the biggest upset. Winning 62 games as the 1 seed, getting coach of the year and losing in round 1, and we're down 2-1 to the Trailblazers. Aiden with 31 and 11. All right, Curry, I'm going to need you to turn it up a notch. Why are you only averaging 18 points in the playoffs? Game number 4. Okay. All right, this is not good. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Oh, no. I'm literally telling Curry to play 44 minutes here in Game 5, and we stay alive. We end up winning by 7, but Curry only plays 33 here. Okay. Kevon Looney with 10 and 18. Let's see what happens here in Game 6. Please don't lose. Oh, my God. Yep, there it is. My biggest... Oh my God, we lost by 1 in overtime. This is my biggest L, I feel like, in 2K24. I won't get mad at 2K. Damn, Curry had 47 and 8. Wiggins had 22 and 13. 21, 9, 10, and 7 for Draymond. Wow, what a game. Klay, oh my goodness, you shot us out of this game. And we just lost to the 8-seeded Blazers as the 1-seed Golden State Warriors. I am pissed. I'm livid, man. And the Blazers ended up almost going to the finals. The Clippers beat them in 7. The Sixers are playing the Bucks, and the Sixers swept the Clippers, with Embiid being finals MVP. So Rudy Gay retires on the Warriors, but Chris Paul does not retire, so he will be coming back for another year unless I find a trade partner for him. And we will not be getting our first-round pick. That will be going to the Boston Celtics at number 29. The Suns, like 2K hates them, ended up with the number 1 overall pick. Rockets at 2 via Brooklyn, Magic 3, Wizards 4, Spurs 5. Do we fire Steve Kerr? No, I won't be doing that. Shout out to Jerson Timmerman. We were pretty much fully healthy the whole season, and of course that's probably not going to happen again, and we'll have a better team, and we'll still lose because people are going to get hurt. But literally, we didn't have any injuries this year. We were the 1 seed, 62 wins, coach of the year, one of the best players in the league in Steph Curry, and we lost to an 8 seed. I guess they were technically a 7 seed. They went 44 and 38. What an upset. So I will not be drafting anybody, it looks like, on draft night here in 2024. And I'm going to do this trade. I'm going to be sending Chris Paul to the Los Angeles Clippers for Norman Powell and Bones Highland. They don't have a first-round pick in this draft. I would love to steal their 2028 first because they're trying to get a point guard around Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and they would want my first-round pick. All right, let's just do it with the original 2 guys, Bones and Powell, and they throw in we got to throw in a second. That's fine. Let's do that trade. All right, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this trade off, but Bones Howland's a free agent at the end of next year, and I'm going to play Podziemski, and we have Steph Curry, so I'm going to try to trade him to the Pelicans for pick, I believe this is pick 13, which the Pelicans have it, 16 from the Lakers, and could I get Steph's brother, Seth Curry? They've never played together before. They would want multiple firsts from me, so that might be a lot. I don't know if 26 would be enough, or 25 and 27. I would really like 16, but unfortunately, I don't really have the assets to get that done. I'm going to try to send him to the San Antonio Spurs for just the 15th overall pick. They counter that. All right, yeah, Bones definitely doesn't have the value I think he does. I'm going to try the Bulls. Oh, no, they don't have cap. All right, what about the Thunder at 14? They agree to that. Okay, so I actually got the 14th pick because the Spurs didn't want to give me the 15th overall pick. So, yeah, we ended up with actually a lottery pick. Let's go. These Suns take Matas Buzelis out of the G League Ignite. Number 2 is going to be Ron Holland going to the Houston Rockets. 3, the Orlando Magic are going to trade the pick. This could be massive. Is it for Brunson? No, it is for Bradley Beal, okay, and Yusuf Nurkic. Then the Suns take Stephon Castle out of UConn. Alex Sarr goes to the Wizards. DJ Wagner to the Spurs, Justin Edwards to the Hornets. Feel like that always happens. But yeah, the Suns ended up with Stephon Castle and Montes Buzelis. That's pretty good. I don't know how he fell to 14, but Ade Mara is going to be the selection. A backup center who I may have as a top 10 player in this class. The 7'3" giant out of UCLA. He's a good playmaker for his size as well. So yeah, don't worry. I will be changing his name, and we're going to sign him there. 74 overall. Not too bad. Gary Payton opts into his $9 million player option. That's smart of him. I didn't realize he was 6'2". I thought he was a little taller. So Usman Garuba, I'll get the qualifying offer too. Now that we got Norman Powell, we don't really need to pay Josh Green. So I think if he does get a deal, we may match it. Or if he comes back on the qualifying, or we may not match it. But if we get him back on the qualifying offer, I could look to trade him just to get some assets as well. Because we do have a fairly deep rotation already for next year. Gonna look to just get like a third string center. JaMychal Green, we'll get him back or bring him in because we had Javonte and Josh Green last year. I'm going to bring in Jordan McLaughlin out of Minnesota. So I'm going to basically renounce the rights on everybody but Josh Green. Anybody switch up? Oh, I've never seen this. LeBron either retires or stays with the Lakers. He signed with Philly. Harden goes back to Brooklyn. Okay. Siakam stays in Toronto. Paul George stays with the Clippers. Claxton joins the Pistons. And they also signed Valanciunas. You have Jalen. Oh my God. I should trade for Jalen Duren. I should trade for Jalen Duren. You have so many centers now. What are you doing, Detroit? Wait. Oh my God. They didn't bring him back. Oh my God. He's a free agent. Well, I don't have $22 million to sign him. And we do get Josh Green on the qualifying offer. Not sure if I'm going to keep him or not. We do see a lot of regression. Like Norman Powell could be out of the rotation this year. And he's under contract for the next 2 seasons. So this year, I'm going to start Jonathan Kuminga at the 4 to see what he can really do before he's a restricted free agent. Josh Green's going to play. Gary Payton's going to play. I think Norman Powell's going to play. For now, I may just give Podziemski the 12 minutes, and then if a move happens or if somebody gets hurt, Ade Mara will get in there as well. We're 4.5-star perimeter centric, so we're already off to a good start, but not maybe necessarily as Josh Green twists his left knees out 1 to 2 weeks. So just like that, Ade Mara is going to get in the rotation. We ended up beating them by 22 points. We dropped 50 in the fourth quarter because Curry dropped 39, Kuminga 17, 7, and 6 as well. Home game coming up against the Sacramento Kings. We ended up beating them by 3, so a nice 2-0 start to the season. It would be cool if we could top our win total last year, which was what, 62 games, right? Yeah, 62. So we're going to try to do that. We blow out the Phoenix Suns. 2K hates them this year. The Suns are not good. I don't really get it. It doesn't make any sense. Beat the Magic, and we end up winning by 14. They got Bradley Beal now. Yeah, we held them to 87 points, and we are 4-0. Can we beat the Lakers who don't have LeBron anymore? Yes, we can. We beat them by 22 because Curry drops 55. Norman Powell had 15 points in 15 minutes. Let's freaking go. And we're getting, I thought that was going to be Josh Green back, but Norman Powell got a minor injury. We're 5-0, or excuse me, 6-0. Can we make it 7-0 against Miami? No, we ended up losing our first game by 8 points. Bam Adebayo dominated Kevon Mooney, 35-11. Curry had 35-10, but obviously that was not enough. Started December, and this team is 18-4. We're better this year than we were last year. We're 10-1 at home. This team is too good right now. Steph is leading the way, scoring-wise, 28 points, almost 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 50-40-90. Yeah, he's almost 50-50-90. Klay Thompson, honestly, still worth the contract for sure. Now it's the first year of that new 3-year deal. 51, 47, 85 splits. I don't care that he's an 85 overall and he regressed. He's doing very well. Jonathan Kuminga. Oh my God. I'm going to have no money left because now I got to extend Jonathan Kuminga if he's going to be putting up those type of numbers. And he's only 22 years old. Wiggins is shooting 45 from 3. I mean, there's a point where he could be an odd man out because nobody's probably trading for Draymond. And I'd like to win another title with the big 3 of the Splash Bros and Draymond. Ade Mara was actually pretty good in his limited playing time. But yeah, I think like maybe we don't really need Green, Podziemski, Payton, and Powell all off the bench. So there could be a trade at the deadline for sure. Oh my God. Well, now I wish I didn't trade Chris Paul. Steph Curry dislocates his left patella. He's out for the remaining of his age 36 season, and our championship hopes have pretty much just gone with him. That is brutal. I don't even know who to play at point guard. I may make a trade, honestly. I never really had a backup because I never really planned on Steph getting hurt. Like, it's Jordan McLaughlin, and I can't operate with that. So let's hit the phones and make a trade. I have no idea if I could do Norman Powell in 2 seconds for Dennis Schroeder and Hayward Highsmith. They unfortunately don't want to do that. Yeah, and now I wish I had Bones Highland as well. We could put Draymond at the point guard spot too. You know what? Do I try that out until the trade deadline? Throw Draymond there at the 1? Oh man, this is gonna get interesting. I mean, the floor spacing isn't great with Looney. I mean, Kuminga's been good, and you do have Wiggins and Clay all shooting 40+%, so it's not the worst. He's gonna get like 27 minutes a night. We're gonna go 34 to Wiggins, Clay, and Kuminga. Let's probably do 29 to Looney. We'll get a Demara in there as well. So first game with Draymond as the point guard. Let's see what happens. It's a home game against the Grizzlies, and we lost by 26. Draymond did have 8 assists in this game. I mean, it might not be the worst option. I just can't believe Steph's out for the whole year. So, All-Star Captain Tom, I don't think we're going to get an All-Star this year, just with Steph being out for the remainder of the regular season. Like, that is just brutal. 34-17 at the moment. Is he still out for the year? He's out for 2 to 4 months. Wait. You know what? I'm not going to panic. I think he'll be back before the season ends. Oh, he's definitely going to be back before the season ends for sure. All right, yeah, I'm not going to panic. I mean, we have been like middle of the pack. Honestly, we've actually been above 500 with Draymond running the point. Look at some of these wins against Dallas, against Atlanta. We're dropping 140s on these teams. Demara looks phenomenal for us. Draymond, 9 assists, perfect from the field. Hell yeah. Beat the Mavericks here behind Clay's 40, Kuminga's 24, Powell with 19 off the bench. He's been semi-efficient. Podziemski had 12. 12 assists for Draymond. What's he averaging on the year? Only 4.6 right now, though. We beat the Pacers by 34. Draymond had 3 assists in this one. Clay led the team. Interesting. But yeah, I do think that Steph is going to be back at the end of the year, so I'm not going to make a trade for a point guard. We could re-sign him. We do want to re-sign Looney. And I'm going to give him a 3-year deal with a team option on the last year with $30 million. Definitely a hometown discount. I don't think I'm going to be bringing back Norman Powell even for the minimum. Gary paid him for the minimum. I feel like I should. So yeah, I think we're going to stand pat here at the 2025 deadline. And yep, welcome back Steph Curry. He comes back here in the middle of March. I'm glad I didn't panic. That is kind of record time from that type of injury. I mean, Rodgers is kind of trying to do it this year as well. So let's see what Steph can do for the remainder of the regular season as we are 19 games above 500. All right, well, it didn't last long. Klay Thompson gets hurt. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. He's going to miss the start of the playoffs, unfortunately. I don't know, though. It's March 21st. He could come back before the season ends. Yep, he came back in the final week of the regular season. As we lose to the Spurs to finish off the year, so we ended up 9 games worse. We went 53-29. Ja goes back-to-back with MVPs. Continues, well, that trend, but no, Embiid didn't go back-to-back to continue it. Justin Edwards, Rookie of the Year. He was the 6th overall pick to the Hornets. Naz Reid, 6th Man of the Year. Mobley, Depoy. Zion gets Most Improved. Clutch Player of the Year goes to Dame. Darko Rajakovic gets Coach of the Year. And here we are, possibly, hopefully going for a championship again. We're fully healthy. Harden, All-NBA third team with the Nets. We got nobody here. Not shocked because Steph got hurt. Noah Demara on the All-Rookie teams, though, unfortunately. So we ended up as the 2 seed in the Western Conference. The Grizzlies with the MVP. Finished 4 games better than us. Okay, good thing we don't have to face Portland until round 2. They ended up going 52-30 this year, man. That is definitely an easier team to rebuild. They got a good 2K squad to them. So, taking a look at the scoring allocation, it was Steph with 27 points per game, then Clay with 20, Kuminga with 18, Wiggins with 17, Demara with 11. You had Norman Powell with 9.5, Kevon Looney with 8 and 11, Draymond 7, 5, and 4. Let's construct this rotation. All right, so I don't think Gary Payton or Podziemski is going to play in the playoffs. The bench is going to be Draymond, Josh Green, Demara, and Norman Powell. We're going to have Steph get 40. We're going to go 34 to Clay and Wiggins and Kuminga, and let's do the rest to Kevon Looney. So that starting 5 currently is getting a 4.5-star system proficiency, going up against a good young Thunder team. All right. Well, 2K hasn't released Kevin Porter Jr. yet for him. They drafted Donovan Clingan. It's a good roster. Are we going to lose again in round 1? Well, Steph just got hurt. Isn't that just great? He's not going to be out to the playoffs. He just might be out the rest of the series if we're able to even win it still. I mean, game 1, we blew them out too. Steph played 33 minutes. All right. And we do take a game 2 victory. Jordan McLaughlin ended up playing 40 minutes and 12 assists. Wiggins with 36. Kuminga with 31. Clay with 28 and 7. Let's go. They ended up winning game 3 by 12 points. Clay had 21 here. 11 assists for McLaughlin. I kind of want to keep him in there, but he is playing a decent amount of minutes. All right, well, maybe I should change it up a little bit because we just dropped 2 in a row. All right, game number 5. This is must win, and we do end up winning it by 24 points. Kuminga led the way with 25. I did insert Gary Payton into the starting rotation now, and I benched McLaughlin. So can we win game 6 in advance? Nope. We're going to a game 7. We lost by 1 single point. Bone Tyler dropped 23 on us. He's showing us why we shouldn't have traded him. Come on, Kuminga. I need you to ball out for me in game 7 at the Chase Center. We're at home. Please don't lose it. All right, we're currently up by 4 right now. Clay is on 1. We're not getting game 6 Clay, but hopefully we get him here in game 7. Okay, we're up by 4. It's too close, man. It's going to be close all 4th quarter long. I'd rather be us than them right now. All right, well, they're coming. Well, I'd rather be them than us. Great. All right, here we go. The final 4.5 minutes. Tied up 113. Oh, my goodness, please. No, they just go on a 5-0 run. Are you kidding me? Can somebody hit a 3, please? No. I'm going to lose in round 1. 2 straight years as a 1 and a 2 seed. Oh, my God, and this team isn't getting any younger. Steph gets hurt. Last year we were fully healthy. I knew it. I knew an injury was going to come back and bite us. All we had to do was win that game, and Steph would have been back for round 2. Oh my goodness. And the Pelicans beat them in 5, and they advanced to the NBA Finals to take on Scottie Barnes and the Raptors. And the Raptors swept them in the finals, with Tyrese Maxey being your finals MVP. Why didn't the Sixers re-sign him? And Jalen Duren signed with the Raptors as well. So another disappointing ending from this team. LeBron James ends up retiring on the Philadelphia 76ers. It looks like Chris Paul did not retire on the Clippers. Also, I didn't even mention it. Well, the Clippers lost the finals, last year? Yeah, so I was like, oh, maybe Chris Paul would have got a ring, but no, that was last year, not this year. Russ and LeBron heading to the Hall of Fame. All right, so the Knicks via Dallas get the number 1 overall pick. Detroit at number 3. We do have our pick at 27 at the moment, but could make a trade. Man, Steve Kerr, you're asking to get fired. We're going to get Steven Silas as an assistant head coach. All right, so I'm going to be trading Norman Powell and my 27th overall pick to get off of that $20 million. And we're going to be picking up Kelly Olynyk, who may regress, but it's just some big man depth at the moment. We do have a Demara and Kevon Looney right now, though. I don't know if I want to trade Andrew Wiggins. I don't really want to. It was an auto-generated draft class in which the Knicks got Leroy Moncrief. What a name, with the number 1 overall pick, an 80 overall 20-year-old center. Oscar Berry, number 2. We're going to sign Podziemski here. We're going to definitely pay Kuminga this offseason. That would put us at negative $52 million, which is kind of crazy. Since we did trade away Norman Powell, I do want to re-sign Josh Green to a 3-year extension worth around $25 million. We're going to sign Jonathan Kuminga to a 3-year deal, team option on the 4th, worth $94 million. We're going to try to sign a better third-string point guard. We're going to look to pick up Terrence Mann on a 2-year deal and have a team option here on the 2nd year. Going to look to sign Landry Shamet as well. And Duncan Robinson, just getting all the good 3-point shooters. I'm really scared to see what this team looks like after the player progression, because some guys may regress. Okay, well, the Sixers in this video, which will Embiid, have had LeBron James, and now they take Jason Tatum away from the Boston Celtics. That is kind of crazy. Donovan Mitchell joins Luka and Kyrie in Dallas. No, Kyrie ends up leaving. He was a free agent that quickly. And he signs with the Indiana Pacers. Brunson goes to the Clippers. And they also re-signed Chris Paul as well. So they picked up 2 new point guards. Well, brought back Chris Paul and picked up Brunson. And yeah, let's take a look here at player progression. Steph regresses to a 93. Clay to an 80, Draymond to a 77. That is brutal. Some massive regression too at the bottom to Duncan Robinson, Gary Payton, and Kelly Olynyk. Gary Payton Jr., or the second, is 32 years old. All right, so let's take a look at the year 3 rotation. It's going to be Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Kuminga, Looney again. And the rotation, at least the bench right now, is going to be Green, Mara, and Podziemski. So the starting 5 is going to be Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Kuminga, and then Looney. This team could definitely win a championship. It's just, can we stay healthy when it's April? All right, here at the All-Star Draft in 2026, we do get Steph Curry as an All-Star starter. On Team Jason Tatum, we do not get any other All-Stars this year. And maybe some of the magic has rubbed off a little bit on the Warriors. We are the 3 seed in the West, but 27 and 22 isn't all that good. The Pacers, man, they're just heading in the better direction, the opposite. At 40 and 9, this team has just, I mean, like, we've stayed relatively healthy this year as well. No major injuries. Maybe, like, we're going to be better come playoff time, but it's just kind of a shame that we're 27 and 22. I thought we'd be much better right now. All right, so we just locked up Steph on that extension. Yeah, for 2 years, worth $60 million. So we're actually going to save some money with that. His salary's going to go down by, like, $30 million. Draymond, unfortunately, will probably opt into that $27 million player option. It would be literally the best thing ever if he didn't, but yeah, he's definitely going to. Hey, we just won 2 games in a row heading here into the trade deadline. I don't think I'm going to make any trades, and I think this could be the team that could maybe make a run in April and May, possibly June. So it's not John Morant winning MVP this year. It's Victor Wembanyama. He wins MVP for the San Antonio Spurs. Leroy Moncrief, that number 1 overall pick, to the Knicks, Rookie of the Year. Stephon Castle, 6th Man of the Year to the Suns, and he was just the number 3 overall pick 2 years ago, already putting up 21 a night. You got Wemby getting DPOY and Most Improved. He just won 3 awards. Cade got Clutch Player of the Year, and Rick Carlisle got Coach of the Year. So yeah, Wemby's there on All-NBA first team. You got Shea and Giddey on All-NBA second second team. We do get Steph on third team. And that is it for the awards. This Warriors team finished as the 4 seed, which is still solid. Could it be a team that could win a championship? I'm not really sure. We could look to get revenge on the Blazers. Here in round 1, they got Paul George now, and they still kind of kept everybody else. That's scary. Here are the player stats from this season, with Steph leading the way in scoring. And number 2 is Jonathan Kuminga. Would you look at that? Andrew Wiggins, 15.5 points, 4.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Yeah, that Clay contract next year might not be worth it, sadly. Maybe I should have gave him a 2-year extension, not a 3. All right, so it's going to look a little bit different. We're going to go Curry and Kuminga, both getting 37 a night, 30 to Clay and Wiggins. Ademar is going to be the 6th man, and then Green is going to be like getting the least amount of minutes with Podziemski. So maybe this is the team that could win it. Let's see what happens here. Game 1 against Portland, we end up winning it by 9. All right, we're off to a good start. Let's go. Game number 2 goes to the Golden State Warriors. We end up winning by 21 points. All right, don't choke it like we did last year. We were up 2-0 against OKC. We're going to choke it, aren't we? Just don't lose game 4. Please don't lose game 4. I hate you, 2K, so much. We're going to lose. We're going to get our 3rd round 1 exit in a row. I know it. I know it. We're up 3-2, but it's not going to matter because they're going to win game 6 and they're going to force a game 7. Told you. They ended up winning this one by 24 points, and I guarantee you we're going to lose this game. I guarantee you there's a 0% chance we win this game. We're going to end up choking it away in the 3rd quarter, and we're going to get our 3rd first-round exit in a row. Oh my god, I'm literally a genie. I was hoping to do reverse psychology on 2K, but how predictable is that? How predictable. Us choking it in the 3rd quarter, and we are going to get our 3rd first round exit in a row. You gotta be kidding me. We lost by 3. All right, we gotta make changes in this offseason. This team needs to get a new identity. I really wanted to win with the Splash Bros and Draymond, but that is just not going to happen. The Cavs beat the Rockets in 7. We're getting worse as other teams are getting better. Chris Paul ends up retiring on the Clippers, 21 years in the NBA. Paul George retires, so does Mike Conley. So does Tom Thibodeau. He retires as well. CP3 and PG-13 both heading to the Hall of Fame. Both were former Clippers. Draft lottery time, we do have our first round pick at 21. The Celtics, with no Jason Tatum that he's in Philly, end up with the number 1 overall pick. So I selected Clay Hunt, a center out of UCLA. We got him and Ademar, both from UCLA in this video. The number 1 overall pick was Tyson Neal, a power forward. The next pick was Juan Carlos Alvarez, who was a 77 overall, one higher than the number 1 overall pick. We are going to sign Hunt, and we are going to sign Wayne Matthews, who we took at number 41. Wiggins opts out, Draymond opts in. I wish it was vice versa. We're going to pick up the team option on Podziemski, Mann, and Mara. There may be a sign and trade with Andrew Wiggins, so look out for that. All right, so yeah, we are going to sign Andrew Wiggins. 4 years, $90 million isn't bad. And we're going to do this trade with the Detroit Pistons. We're giving them Wiggins, Podziemski, Wayne Matthews, who we just drafted, and a 2032nd. We're getting a Sor Thompson, who's in the final year of his rookie contract, and Denny Avdia, who's making $18 million a year. Might be a little overpriced, but could also be a tradable contract at the deadline. I'm also going to try to sign Earl Jenkins as well, just to get some more depth in case Draymond completely fizzles out with his regression. All right, so Kuminga's up to an 84. Wish he went up a little bit higher. Asor's up to an 84. Mara's up to an 80. I think he's also going to start over Kevon Looney. Draymond's down to a 76. I doubt he's playing for us in the playoffs next year. All right, so it's going to be 35 to Curry and Kuminga. We're going to start Thompson and Avdia. We're going to start Ademar as well. I think he's going to get 30. We'll do 31 to Asor. Then you have Thompson, Mooney, Green, and Jenkins off the bench. I have no idea how this team is going to do. Hopefully with like some more youth on the squad, we could do a little bit better. But that's not the start I wanted at all. How many did Anthony Edwards have against us? 48. But then we went out and beat the Kings, which is a nice win for sure. All right, so Luka Doncic won MVP this season, his first in his career. Finally, right? Finally, Luka. Josh Gooden gets Rookie of the Year. He was the 12th overall pick to Philly. And they got Jason Tatum. I think Joel Embiid still. Isaiah Collier, 6th Man of the Year. Wembanyama, Depoy, guard tile, most improved. Clutch Player of the Year goes to Darius Garland, and we go 67 and 15. I just had to get a little bit younger, and we get one probably good more year out of Steph, and we get Coach of the Year. Steph did not make an All-NBA team. I think he finished with around 23 points per game, as we are obviously going to be the 1 seed here in the Western Conference. And if we take a look here at the player stats, yeah, Curry at 23, Asor 19, 8, and 6. He's not a splash brother, but he was a good overall player. Kuminga at about 18 points. Ademar about 15, 9.5, and 3.7. Shot 51% from the field and 2.3 blocks per night. The dude is an absolute stud. So I may start Klay Thompson at the 3 spot for the playoffs. Kevon Looney and Earl Jenkins will get the final minutes. Earl Jenkins was actually pretty good for us. Klay will get like 26, and we'll go a couple more to Looney. All right, so we're taking on Phoenix. 2K, you hate Phoenix. They have Wow, Cole Anthony, Booker, Buzelis, Triple J, Poku, Stephon Castle. It's a good team, man. Don't lose to this team. Please. Oh my god, we lost game 1 by 3 points. We're never going to win a round 1 game. 2K just hates the Warriors, I think, even more. Don't lose this. Oh my god, we were up 3-2. I thought, okay, we're going to lose game 6 and then lose game 7. But no, we end up winning in 6. Curry averaged 30 freaking points in those 6 games. Kuminga struggled, definitely from the field. And now we're taking on the Thunder, a team that beat us, what, 2 years ago? So we're looking to get revenge on them. Their team looks pretty standard, haven't made any, like, super huge switches. Well, now they have Dalen Terry starting at the small forward position. Interesting. We should be able to maybe take that 2-hour advantage as we blow them out by 29 in game 1. Can we win game 2? Nope. It was not going to be easy. It was not going to be easy with this team. But if we're the 1 seed, can we go all the way? We win game 3 by 18. Come on, go up 3-1. Let's go. We go up 3-1. I don't know if that's happened to us in this playoffs so far in this video. And we end up gentlemen sweeping them. Beat them by 12. And here we are in the conference finals taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. As Jonathan Kuminga was our top scorer in that series, he really showed out after a poor round 1 performance. He shot 62 from the field. Probably an insane 3-point percentage. Yeah. 57%. All right, so we're taking on Memphis. Ja, Bain, Melvin Ajinka, Jeremy Sohan there, who might start as the Spurs point guard this year, which is kind of crazy to think about. We end up beating them by 11 to start off the series. They are a 7th seed. Game 2, we end up beating them by 12. Guys, we were 2 games away from the finals. Boom. 1 game away from the finals. Let's go. Come on. Let's get there. We sweep Asor Thompson, the guy we picked up in the offseason. Western Conference Finals MVP. LaMelo in the East. 1 seed versus 2 seed. Oh, that's a good team. LaMelo, Daniels, Miller, this dude. Şengün, Edwards off the bench. He was the rookie of the year. In round 3, Steph led the way with 23.8 points. Game 1. We ended up losing. Okay, that's fine. We lost by 12. LaMelo with 44 and 10. Game 2, we do win. All right. Wow, 50-point fourth quarter. That's what we needed. All right, let's take game 3, please. There we go. We take game 3 by 7. On the road, Asor with 30. Game 4, boom. Warriors win by 17. Can we win the NBA Finals? Oh, yes, we win in 6. We do not blow a 3-1 lead. And Steph Curry is your Finals MVP. He gets 1 more before he retires, man. If he got ring number 5 and another Finals MVP, I think he's undisputed top 10 player of all time if you don't have him there already. Funny, I mentioned that too because I also am releasing my top 25 players of all time list very soon over on the Srosh channel. Link to that in the description. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like if you did. I'd love it if you could leave a thumbs up. Maybe write a comment on which team you'd like to see me rebuild next. Like always, I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.